How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Boy, we've got an action-packed episode for you today full of the spookiest clips of the week. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more scary content. Just like this. A chilling photograph posted to the Something Creepy Facebook page has sparked debate after a trail camera in Hubertus, Wisconsin captured what looks like a tall, eerie figure walking along the edge of a cornfield. The image comes from a motion sensor trail camera set up on private property. These cameras are designed to only trigger when movement is detected, which strongly suggests that whatever was captured was in motion at the time. What makes the photo even more unsettling is the scale. The figure appears to be nearly as tall as the surrounding corn stalks, giving it an almost surreal presence. The post quickly drew a wide range of reactions. Some noted that the figure looked like Slender Man, the infamous internet-born urban legend. Others suggested it resembled a woman in a hospital gown. One commenter thought the figure looked like a woman running with a child, though others dismissed this as a trick of light and motion blur. Despite the speculation, no one has come forward to claim responsibility for being in the field, and given the property's limited access, it's unclear how someone would have wandered in unnoticed. In August 2025, the old historic Harriman Hospital Facebook page posted a short video that quickly caught attention. Inside the empty building, one of the massive wooden doors suddenly swings wide and slams against the wall. Moments later, another heavy door does the same, as if shoved by an unseen force. These aren't light doors either. According to the page's caption, they're solid wood, weighing nearly 75 pounds each. While some viewers suggest a strong draft could be the cause, pointing out a balloon floating in the background, the poster insists no windows were open and no one was inside at the time. In fact, they replied to one skeptical comment, stressing that the doors simply don't open that easily. Others claim they spot shadowy figures lurking in the frame, fueling theories that the clip shows genuine paranormal activity within the hospital's halls. Nestled in East Tennessee, old historic Harriman Hospital opened in 1939 and expanded over the decades into a sprawling medical complex before closing in 2013. For years, staff whispered about doors opening on their own, ghostly voices, and a shadowy figure dubbed the Man of Death. However, the most famous legend is of Joanna, an ICU nurse who died of a heart attack while on duty and is still said to make her rounds. Since new owners bought the site in 2022 for preservation and paranormal research, reports of activity have surged. From shadow figures and disembodied laughter to unexplained footsteps and moving objects, all documented by visiting investigation teams. Today, the hospital draws ghost hunters and thrill seekers with overnight investigations and haunted history tours. So does this new Facebook video prove the hospital's sinister reputation once and for all? Or is it just a clever stunt to build its haunted legacy? Reddit user DrawRepresentative12 recently shared a series of unsettling photos to the Ghosts subreddit, quickly racking up hundreds of upvotes and sparking a wave of eerie speculation. According to the post, the images were first shown to them by their grandparents during a Thanksgiving dinner a year or two ago. The stills come from security footage dated around June 2022. The first photo shows a normal living room scene, one grandparent visible. But right beside them is a faint human-like figure, almost transparent. The second image zooms in on the same spot. Now, the figure appears alone. It looks like a young girl with a clear outline of her head, arms, and long hair. The final shot shows something even more disturbing, a figure peeking from a doorway, its head entirely black, with only the body shape visible against the shadows. The strange sequence of images has the subreddit divided. Some suggest it could be an intruder secretly living in the house, possibly hiding in the attic. But the OP points out that in one photo, the figure is standing right next to their grandparent, and no one noticed a thing. Answering questions, the OP reveals the grandparents have only lived in the home for 3 or 4 years. Their grandfather insists he was home alone during the first 2 images, and the third was likely captured at night while everyone slept. Skeptics argue the figure is too clearly defined to go unnoticed in real life, dismissing it as a trick of the camera. But others remain convinced the photos show something truly paranormal. The OP ends the thread by saying they plan to dig into the property's history, hoping to uncover who or what the mysterious girl might be. So, is this chilling proof of a haunting, or just another case of technology playing tricks on us? A few weeks ago, Reddit user Aquarian Earthling shared a chilling personal story that left the community disturbed and fascinated. The post, titled, "Help, I held onto this mirror from a previous home and it's causing weird things to happen," featured a single image of what looked like an ordinary mirror leaning against a wall. But the unsettling history tied to this mirror made the story far more disturbing. In the caption, the OP explained that she kept the mirror from her previous house, a place where she and her family had experienced significant paranormal activity, from strange noises to bizarre events they could never explain. When she moved into her new home, she decided to use the mirror as a decoration, placing it at the end of a hallway. That's when things started to get strange again. Not long after settling in, the OP and her niece both witnessed the same disturbing sight, a man in a white shirt peeking around the corner of their kitchen, watching them. Terrified, the OP called the police, but no intruder was found. A few months later, her 10-year-old child reported seeing the exact same figure. The experiences unnerved her so much that she decided to cover the mirror and store it away. Almost immediately, the strange activity stopped. Before that, the OP said she would frequently hear unexplained noises, someone calling her name, and an intense feeling of being watched in her own home. In the comments, the OP revealed more about her old house, where the mirror had originally been displayed. She lived there with her mother, and her sons would often say there were monsters upstairs. She also recalled a particularly terrifying incident when she heard a man's voice speaking to her son while he slept. Responding to curious commenters, the poster admitted she was considering selling the mirror through an online platform. Many readers urged her to think twice, warning that the mirror might have absorbed negative or supernatural energy from her previous home. Some suggested she dispose of it through a safe ritual rather than breaking it, which could risk making the situation worse. Whether a cursed relic or just an unsettling coincidence, the poster's story has sparked an intense debate. Is this truly an object with a dark history, or simply an eerie case of suggestion and fear? Archaeologists in Gdansk, Poland have uncovered a remarkable piece of medieval history in the most unlikely of places, beneath the foundations of what was once a beloved family-run ice cream shop. During redevelopment of the site, researchers discovered the 13th or 14th century tomb of a knight, his final resting place marked by a hand-carved limestone slab. The tombstone depicts a knight bearing a shield, though the coat of arms has long since worn away, leaving his identity a mystery. Inside the grave, archaeologists also found preserved fragments of chainmail boots and leggings, rare survivals that shed light on medieval craftsmanship and warfare. Standing around 5 feet 6 inches tall and believed to have been in his 40s at the time of death, the knight was buried in what was once the cemetery of a wooden church long lost to time. In fact, the excavation has revealed over 200 burials, each adding to the story of Gdansk's medieval past. The ice cream shop, once a local favourite famed for its homemade flavours, had closed its doors before redevelopment began, unwittingly protecting this medieval secret beneath its floors. Now, archaeologists hope that by 2026 further research will uncover more clues about the knight's identity and the world he once lived in. A recent Reddit post has stirred debate after user Mr. Doman shared a chilling experience about moving into the so-called Hallett House. Initially attracted by its low rent, the OP dismissed local rumours that the property was haunted until unsettling events began to unfold. Not long after settling in, the OP reported that their bedroom door began to shake violently at all hours of the night, most often around 3 AM. Yet whenever they attempted to record it, the activity stopped abruptly, almost as if the force behind it refused to be caught on camera. Adding to the mystery, a faint smell of tobacco sometimes drifts through the house, reminiscent not of fresh smoke, but of the distinct scent when opening a cigar case. The detail is striking, as the home's former owner, Mr. Hallett, was known to be a heavy smoker. According to official records, the only documented deaths on the property were Mr. Hallett, who died of cancer, and his wife, who passed away peacefully in her sleep. Interestingly, the OP insists the presence inside the house doesn't feel malicious. Instead, they describe the hauntings as more of an annoyance than a threat, though they admit to being really tired of their door shaking at 3 AM. The post, accompanied by a photo of the weathered old house, quickly drew attention. Some commenters suggested installing cameras or motion sensors to verify the activity, while others shared their own paranormal experiences in old homes. However, skepticism soon followed. Other Redditors pointed out that the OP is known for creating horror content, raising the possibility that the story could be a creative stunt rather than a genuine account. The OP denied any connection, insisting the events are real and separate from their hobby. In one reply, the poster revealed that they had first stumbled upon the house while browsing Pinterest, dismissing its haunted reputation without researching further before moving in. Now, faced with rattling doors and ghostly tobacco scents, they admit the rumours might have held more truth than expected.
It's me, El Chupacabra. I've gone and caught mange. I need you to press the like button to cure me. Only 10K likes will work.
Well, I'm going to stick my neck out about how many people think I saw a UFO when I was up there.
A fascinating interview with astronaut Jerry Lininger, posted to the Build Series YouTube channel, has reignited interest in UFO sightings from space.
Call my crewmates over, Stoetta, you know, what the heck is that? And we'd look, and sometimes it was metallic.
Lininger, a retired US Navy flight surgeon and NASA astronaut who spent over 4 months aboard Russia's space station Mir in 1997, openly described witnessing strange phenomena he could not explain.
If it's a really small object close by, something that floated out of the airlock like a spoon, or is it something 100,000 miles away that's the size of a big spacecraft? And it's very hard to distinguish that. In the interview, Lininger admitted he was hesitant to talk about UFOs, but shared that he and his fellow crew members occasionally spotted objects they couldn't identify. You know, and I did. I mean, I saw things in the true sense of the word, unidentified flying objects. Don't take me out of context with that first quote. I had no aliens knocking, but, you know, I saw stuff where I'd call my crewmates over, Stoetta, you know, what the heck is that? And we'd look, and sometimes it was metallic, and it was, you know, looked like a spoon, if you will, off in the distance. The challenge, he explained, was perspective. From orbit, it was impossible to know whether an object was a tiny piece of debris nearby or a massive craft far away. While most of the sightings could be explained as ice chunks, fuel flakes, or parts shed from spacecraft, not all of them fit so neatly. Lininger recalled moments where objects seemed to move in ways inconsistent with satellites or debris, leaving the crew both baffled and fascinated. But you'd see things, as you're saying, Nicole, that, you know, you go, wow, that's cool. I don't know what that was exactly, but it's not a satellite because it's, you know, doing something different, and it's pretty cool to see something like that. For Lininger, the sightings sparked awe rather than fear, likening them to moments of discovery where he'd rush to gather the crew to share the experience. And you definitely, just like when you see something and discover something, it's like, hey, everyone, come on, I don't care what you're doing, get over here and take a look. What do you think that thing is? Lininger is far from the only astronaut to mention unexplained sightings. Gordon Cooper claimed he saw UFOs both on Earth and in orbit, while Edgar Mitchell was outspoken about his belief in extraterrestrial visitation.
More recently, NASA's UAP, Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena Panel, has acknowledged that unusual aerial and orbital phenomena warrant deeper investigation. Given that astronauts spend months in orbit staring into the void, it's perhaps no surprise they occasionally spot strange lights or objects. Whether these are classified satellites, space debris, natural phenomena, or something else entirely remains a mystery. Jerry Lininger didn't claim he saw alien craft, but his candid recollections add weight to the growing body of astronaut testimony suggesting not everything seen in space can be easily explained. So what do you think? Were Lininger and his crewmates simply observing debris, or could they have witnessed something truly extraordinary?
You know, and I did. I mean, I saw things in the true sense of the word, unidentified flying objects. Don't take me out of context with that first quote. I had no aliens knocking, but, you know, I saw stuff where I'd call my crewmates over, Stroetta, you know, what the heck is that? And we'd look, and sometimes it was metallic, and it.
Now, if you want to watch some more scary video clips, then click those two links right there. Remember to check out our merch. We've got a link to our merch store in the description box down below there. It's full of fun, spooky designs. I'm sure you'll love them. And that's it from me. I'll see you all next time.